Hi, this is Sochi and welcome back to the Picasso Sisters. Today I did this really dramatic makeup holiday glam. It's basically like a really sparkly eye and then a really red bold lip. If you guys want to see how I created this look, continue to watch.
The first thing I started with was my moisturizer, and I just dotted that all over my face and rubbed that in with my fingers. I began by using my Red Apple Lipstick eyeshadow primer, and then I set that with the white shadow. Afterwards, I went into the Morphe35O palette and a big fluffy brush, and I got a pretty light tone orangey shadow and started blending that into my crease. Afterwards, I went in with a smaller brush and got a little bit of darker orangey tone and blended that into my crease. And then I went in with black and I put that all over my lid. I first just started by packing it on there, and then I tried blending it up. And then I grab a brush so I can blend that into my crease so it won't look super crazy. And I just blend. And afterwards I go back in with the black just to make it a little bit darker because I blended it and it's starting to look gray, so I wanted it darker. After packing on the black, I got a Red Apple Lipstick eyeshadow. It's a reddish tone, and I blended that all into my crease just to give it a red undertone and make sure that the black is really blended in. And then I go in with this dark gold shadow and I pack that all over my lid. And then I just blend it just to make it look nice and clean. And afterwards I go in with a even lighter gold and I pack that again all over my crease. And this is all from the Morphe35O palette. And then I start with my foundation, and for that I just started dotting foundation all over my face, and then I grabbed a Real Techniques blender and started dabbing that into my skin. Afterwards, I began to put my concealer, and with that I just grab it with my finger and start just putting it under my eyes. And then again I go in with the Real Techniques sponge and dab that into my skin. Afterwards I go in with the concealer and I set my cream concealer with that, and I just use a small flat brush and just pat that in. Then I go in with my foundation. This is all Alima Pure, by the way, and the foundation color for this is beige 4. And with this I put that all over my skin. It gives me more coverage and it also warms up my face just a little bit. And then I go in with my concealer again, but this time I go in with the smaller brush to be a little more precise. And I put that under my eyes, on my chin, on my cupid's bow, on the bridge of my nose, and on my forehead. And then I go in with my Mona Lua bronzer from Alima Pure. And with that, I'm just going to warm up my entire face. And then I will be doing my lower lash line, and for that I'm going to go back into the Morphe35O palette and I will be grabbing some pretty warm tone browns in there and just putting that all over my lower lash line. And then with the more precise brush I'm going to go in with a dark sparkly brown shadow and put that in really close to my lower lash line. and then I'm just kind of adjusting it to make sure it looks good. And then I'm going to go in with my highlight, and with that I'm using the Jaclyn Hill face palette, and I'm mixing Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop. With the same face palette, I go in with Amaretto. It's the middle blush on the palette, and I'll just put that on. And then for my inner corner highlight, I will be using again the Morphe35O palette, and it's just like a gold shimmery shade. And then I'll spray my organic Teddy Rose Water just to set my makeup. And then I'll start adding my mascara. I go in with two different mascaras. One of them is mostly just to separate my lashes, and then I go in with another one to add the volume. And for my brows, all I really did was comb them out and then just lightly use a brown shadow from the Morphe35O palette and just darken them up a little bit. For my lips, since it is a holiday look, I wanted to go more dramatic, and so I put on this old Buxom, it's like a lipstick pen, and then I just put that all over my lips. I'm not exactly sure what the name is, but I'll try to find it and put that on the description box below.
So this is the finished product. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, like and subscribe.
And if you missed our last two videos, you can click here to watch them.